An old cowboy went riding out one dark and windy day. Up on a ridge he rested as he went along his way, when all at once a mighty herd of red-eyed cows he saw plowing through the ragged sky and up a cloudy draw. Their brands were still on fire and their hooves were made of steel. Their horns were black and shiny and their hot breath he could feel. A bolt of fear went through him as they thundered through the sky, for he saw the riders coming hard and he heard their mournful cry. Yippee-i-oh,
and welcome everyone to this shortened session of our Deadlands Classic and Deadlands Hell on Earth Classic game. This is the second half of our session. It's only a short one because we're getting close to the end of our regular play time, but we've moved from the wasted west of the 2090s to the weird west of the 1870s. So where we left the posse of the 1870s last time, they had been tracking down a group of outlaws known as the Ghost Riders. They managed to work out and solve that particular mystery of what was happening there, and that was several weeks ago, and have been basically drifting back north, more or less towards Salt Lake City, in the country of Deseret, and of course the city of Gloom, which is technically the industrial area outside of Salt Lake City proper. As a reminder, Dr. Hellstrom has Dr. Hellstrom Industries is in Salt Lake City, hence the city of Gloom. The place is a bit rough and ready. The actual non-Mormon part of the area. You've been here before, obviously, doing some stuff. Over the last couple of weeks, also, you've been hearing news that Rutherford Ellington Dillinger, a one-time employer of yours. Everybody remember who he is? The owner of
Dillinger.
Yeah, you don't know, do you? The owner.
He's the guy who had the train the
traveling museum train. Yeah, he's the owner of the famous traveling museum that you guys once worked for.
Necklace.
Yes. Anyway, apparently he's there's rumours, or he's been letting it known that he's going to be making some sort of momentous announcement at the Salt Lake City Grand Hotel. That's one reason you've been heading your way north to see what all that's about. Why not? Something to do. So you've arrived in Salt Lake City a week or so. Pardon me. Before the scheduled date of this grand announcement. There has been, if you guys have got streetwise, if you can give me streetwise roles or any other role you feel you can make a case for picking up rumours or other information, that you can do that for me now if you'd like.
With a simple cognition,
recognize that you've seen something or heard something?
It really is a street. It really needs to be some sort of streetwise or gather info role, as such.
That's
Okay.
streetwise from Abner.
Yeah. Anyone else? All right. Well, I'm assuming. Can I assume you two will pass on whatever you hear to the others, or not?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. In that case, look, there, the rumors flying around, well, not flying around. The rumors floating around that somehow whatever Rutherford is involved in, or whatever Rutherford is going to be talking about, or whatever, apparently the Explorers Society is somehow involved, as is Smith and Roberts.
Lovely.
Now, over the week before the so-called announcement, you guys and girls find yourselves some accommodation, and so what? Knock off some money for food and for accommodation, like $10, for example, each to cover yourselves. But doing the rounds and hanging around and just seeing what's going on, there seem to be quite a few newspaper.
Which area are we in?
Desert script.
Desert script. Okay.
Desert script. Yeah, desert in that regard. I thought you meant area of the city.
Yeah. No, I seem to have quite a lot of desert script.
Funny
Yeah.
that. So you spend some time gambling or hanging out or doing whatever you guys normally do, waiting for this big announcement along with everyone. There's quite a few journalists in town, some from back east. Most of the journalists are what can be considered local. That's Denver, Salt Lake City, and the surrounding areas. There's even you even run into somebody from the city of Lost Angels, the paper, the End Times. Even so, it's even gone as far west as the city of Lost Angels. So yes, seems to be quite a bit of interest. Nobody knows much, but the rumours are flying around as such. Can I have Abner in the private room for a second, please?
User left your channel. User left your channel. User joined your channel. User joined your channel.
Okay, so Gabriella, could you come over to the private room, please?
User left your channel. Channel switched.
Yes.
So you're at Vespers one evening at the local Catholic church, very small church, because this is Mormon country, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
When one of the choir boys comes up to you and says, "Excuse me, sister."
Hello.
The father is willing to take your confession now.
Oh, okay. I would find the booth and go in.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And when you get in there, what do you do?
The usual, which I don't know as personally.
Forgive me, Father, if I have sinned. It has been X number of days since my last confessional, and I'd only know that because I've got cousins who are Catholics.
Yeah.
Anyway, even quite before you finish what you've been said, what you say, a document-sized plain brown envelope is slid between the confessional booth and where you are.
Oh, I'll take it.
Mm-hmm. And what do you do with it?
I will open it.
Okay. It appears to be from somebody senior to you in the Order of St. George.
Yeah.
I'm going to paraphrase, but basically it's as follows. You are instructed to go to the announcement that Rutherford is making in a couple of days' time. You are to attach yourself to the expedition. Apparently there's some sort of expedition going on.
Mm-hmm.
So you are to attach yourself to the expedition in whatever capacity possible. You are to protect the expedition and ensure its success using all means at your disposal. You are not to reveal the identity to the explorers involved in the expedition under any circumstances. You are also to ensure that there is no evidence of any demonic activity reaches the press. And obviously to also defeat any demonic activity on the way. Okay?
Yeah.
So that's pretty much what it says. Now, if you've got some questions, I'm happy to answer them. Otherwise, we'll go on. And by the way, you can, as far there's no GM to play. If you can tell the others as much or as little about this as you want.
Yeah.
But this is coming from, you know who it's coming from, supposedly. Yeah. It is signed Father such and such. You've got a vague recollection that somebody in the society, but you don't think you've ever met them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Cool. So I don't know what you want to do from that. If there's any questions.
No, that's all good.
All right. So in that case, come on back.
Cool.
User left your channel.
So, unless somebody wants to do a little bit of shopping beforehand and things like, I mean, you are in a major city, major town, so restock on cigars or bullets or guns or food or whatever it happens to be.
Smith and Robards stuff.
Yeah, there's a Smith and Robards. There's a Smith and Robards outlet here in the City of Gloom. There's also Hellstrom's Industries outlet here. So, either one. Whether what you may want to purchase is in stock or has to be ordered in is another whole other issue. Depends on what you're after, in other words.
Oh, well, you see, I used to have an armored helmet and then it kind of got a little bit melted. So I would love to replace that.
Have you got the details in the Smith and Robards catalogue?
I'll have to look at it. Yeah, that's and look, even if I have to wait for it to be delivered just know that if I have an opportunity to buy it now, I will spend the money now. And even if I don't have it for this adventure, like,
all right, something like if you're talking about the armored hat, that's the type of thing you're more likely to find in stock than not. So
okay, cool.
If you want it,
Yeah, I'm gonna let me look at it.
That'd be the one way to make your power even less impressive. Make your hat harder to throw.
Funnily enough, it doesn't seem to work that way.
It's almost like it adds to the balance.
Yeah, maybe. Mind you, walking around with a propeller cap on your head doesn't look that cool these days.
No.
Gene's ignoring me. Probably a good thing.
I'm trying to scroll PDFs, and my push to talk will like change pages while I'm doing it.
I know. I'm shit stirring. So, do you guys need a full-on description of the City of Gloom? Because you've been here once before. I don't think you do you? Or do you?
It's all good.
All right. So, while you're looking that up, Gene, I'll just continue nattering on for a second. The Salt Lake City Grand Hotel is probably one of the nicest to be found in Junkyard, the City of Gloom. That's not necessarily saying much, but it's more upscale than where you're staying, for example. So the morning of the the day of the announcement's scheduled to take place at about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And apparently the announcement's being held in the grand ballroom of the Salt Lake City Grand Hotel.
I might just say out loud, just to float things. I turn to Abner and go, your superiors seem to be spooked about this expedition as well?
Yep, I've been told to attach myself to it and not let on to anybody. So you didn't hear that from me.
Yeah. Likewise. Okay, cool. All right. Everybody's on the same page. Let's go do it then.
So the Grand Hotel is rather grand. The ballroom itself, you get there a little bit beforehand, obviously. It's about 20 yards long. It's about 8 yards wide. And there are 2 sets of double doors on... Hang on, that doesn't make sense. I thought I had a map somewhere, because I don't think the description matches the map. Well, map's probably being generous. It's more like a sketch than anything else. And I still can't find it.
Smith and Robards in the areas, you have a problem me picking up like 5 greased lightning pills?
No, again, that's the type of thing that probably would be in stock.
All right.
I thought I had a... Okay, I must be imagining. That's what I'm imagining. It's not even. It's a picture, and it doesn't really do it justice. So I won't even bother. Oh, it's terrible when you can't remember things properly. It's called getting old. Anyway, so the ballroom's about 20 yards long by about 8 yards wide. There are 2 sets of double doors, one in the south and one in the east walls. There's a smaller single door located to the north behind a 4-foot stage. The stage is hung with the festive purple bunting that you'd expect. The western wall has 3 large gallery windows looking out onto the street. Those of you who get a good look at the windows note that they are actually discreetly barred. The curtains, though, are pretty much drawn on those windows. Upon the stage, there's a wooden lectern, a row of 4 wooden chairs, and what appears to be a large box or crate, maybe. Whatever it is covered by a sheet of the same material that the drapes on the stage are made from. Okay. So the doors open at about midday, and by 12:30, the place pretty much is pretty much of a madhouse. There's a series of chairs set up on the bottom of the ballroom. There's more people than chairs. By 12:30, there's got to be maybe 250 people crammed into the room, mostly reporters, quite a few curious onlookers and gawkers. The flash of cameras, the scribble of pencil, and the din of voices is almost deafening. So where you guys going to sit or stand, as the case may be?
Yeah, corner somewhere.
Okay. Northeast,
Next to a
south,
door.
hang on. Northeast, southeast, northwest, southwest. The stage is to the north, the windows are to the west. There's double doors in the south and east walls. There's a single door behind the stage in the north.
Southeast sounds like it's closest to the most number of doors to watch entry and exits.
So you're
Yep.
you're in okay, southeast corner. What about you, little B?
I would tend to gravitate to the same area unless Gabrielle goes someplace else, then I'd kind of be drawn towards where she's going.
Okay, well, Gabrielle.
Rutherford knows us. Like, it's not like even if we split up in the room, he's not going to know we're together.
Probably, yeah. I mean, yeah, you're pretty. I mean, I say close, but you went through a lot together. In the couple of weeks you were there. I mean, it's been a year or two, or maybe not. Yeah, it's been a while. So, yeah, I mean, probably the assumption is if he sees one of you, he's going to assume that the rest of you are here. Maybe, I don't know.
Did we leave him in
You left on good terms.
Good
on
standing.
good terms? Yeah. Okay. So it would be reasonable for me to go up and introduce myself and congratulate him on his grand announcement.
It would be, but he's not in sight. You can't see him amongst the throng. And there's no one up on stage yet. So do you want to
hang around wherever the rest of the posse is then?
Right, yeah. So that sounds like the southeast corner of the room. Yeah?
Yep, may as well.
What about you, Edwin? You don't know who this Rutherford guy is. You've never met him.
No, but I will hang out with the group.
All right. So as you're in the back corner of the room, southeast corner of the room. Okay, cool. Works for me. So come... where are we up to? So as the grandfather clock in the hallway of the Grand Hotel strikes 1, you can hear it just over the throng of the people. Things get underway, right? So the crowd quietens down. The cameras continue to flash as Rutherford Dillinger and another man enter from the small door beside the stage at the north end. So Dillinger walks to stand behind the lectern to the polite applause of the crowd, while the other gentleman stands next to the covered box. Yeah. Okay.
My sound's going wonky. I'm going to reboot.
Okay.
Give me a second.
Yep. It'll give me a chance to find what I'm looking for.
User disconnected from your channel.
Oh, shit. You guys still hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
Oh,
Yep.
Sorry, I just lost. Fancy Grounds just shut down for some reason. I don't know why.
Huh. It doesn't look like I've lost the connection over here.
It's completely gone. It's completely shut down. It's not even in the. It's not even in my.
There it goes.
Yep,
Yeah.
I just left.
So sorry about that. Let me pull that. Let me get that back up. Let me get
I mean,
that
we're
back.
15 minutes away from end of session.
Speech patterns in that. My friends, colleagues, and curious onlookers, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Rutherford Ellington Dillinger, proprietor and owner of Dillinger's Mobile Museum of Curiosities and Relics. You may have heard of my wonderful travelling museum, spreading knowledge and culture throughout the frontier, wherever the train tracks permit me. He pauses here for a moment, again another slight polite round of applause. He clears his throat as he continues. Thank you. But I'm not here to promote my museum today, friends. There cannot be one among you who is not familiar with the name Major John Wesley Powell. Now, you won't be aware of, unless you're a student of American history, you won't be aware of the name of Major John Wesley Powell. But Major John Wesley Powell was an American Army major who made a series of expeditions into and through the Grand Canyon in the late 1860s, early 1870s. On his second or third, I can't remember which one it was, third expedition, I think it was, he didn't return, and none of his party did either. So it was a bit of a kerfuffle at the time. One of many going on. Okay. And that is actual real history, I believe, from my memory. So yeah. Anyway, as you are no doubt aware, Major Powell's 1869 and 1871 expeditions down the Colorado River and into the Grand Canyon were the first to ever explore, map, and document that natural wonder. And I'm sure you are also aware of the tragic loss of his third and final expedition into the House of Stone and Light, as the local native peoples call it. The fate of Powell's valiant band of men was the subject of endless speculation back in 1873. It has been assumed from then to now that the expedition's tragic end was brought about by either the mercurial forces of nature that rule the Grand Canyon or by hostile natives in the area. But such is not the case. How do I know this, you ask? Well, the more connected among you may have heard rumours in the press of late about the discovery of evidence of the lost expedition's fate. I am here today to tell you that those rumours are true. At this point, a great general murmur races throughout the crowd. Dillinger looks rather satisfied with the effect that his words have had, and continues. You see, my friends, 3 short months ago, a wooden box was brought to Virginia City for sale. The very box you see displayed next to me. The seller, a man who shall remain nameless, had recovered the box while plying the lower reaches of the mighty Colorado River below the Grand Canyon. Being the intelligent, if rustic fellow that he was, this man recognized the fine workmanship of the box. He sold it to a curio dealer in Virginia City, where I, with my keen eye for strange and wonderful objects, quickly picked it out as something important. But I had no idea of the But I had no idea of the momentousness of this discovery. You see, my friends, that humble box contained the possessions and last known writings of John Wesley Powell. Once again, Dillinger pauses for dramatic effect as the murmur goes up among the crowd. Yes, my friends, it is true. But it would be a mistake for me to say that we have truly divined the noble explorer's fate. His journal has been subject to the extremes of nature, and only the final entry is readable. And yet it speaks, albeit in somewhat oblique terms, of an almost unbelievable archaeological find located somewhere in the Grand Canyon. Alas, with the destruction of the greatest part of Major Powell's journal, finding this amazing place, he describes it in almost glowing terms in his final writings, I assure you. May seem an insurmountable task. Not so, I tell you, my friends. You may be familiar with the association of explorers and adventurers known as the Explorers Society. That noble organization, along with backing from myself, Major Powell's surviving family back east, and generous contributions from the Smith & Robards Company, has agreed to mount an expedition not just to discern the exact fate of Major John Wesley Powell, but to hopefully rediscover the incredible place that he claims to have seen. This expedition, led by my companion on stage, Dr. Edgar Haskins, member in good standing of the Explorer Society, shall follow the route through the Grand Canyon that Major Powell's 1873 expedition had planned to take, hopefully resulting in an archaeological find the magnitude of the Cardiff Giant. At this, with a dramatic flourish, Haskins whips the cover off what is now shown to be a glass display case, revealing several items, as well as the box that contains them. The crowd, collectively craning their necks, strains to see what is under the case. And there is a flurry of flashes from the cameras as they all go off. Because you are standing at the back of the ballroom, some 20 yards, well, not quite 20 yards away, you can't tell what is really in the case. You'd have to get closer. So yeah, the crowd ooh and ah for a few moments, and a few more photographers moved to the front to get better pictures of the case's contents. Both Dillinger and Haskins look extremely pleased with the reaction. Dillinger steps back over to the podium and gets ready to resume speaking. Unfortunately, he never gets the chance. For all of a sudden,
assassination! I knew it was coming!
hang on a sec. Sorry, I just got myself lost.
You don't get to stand up in front of a room full of people and make announcements without being shot, stabbed, poisoned, lightning bolted.
There's a single gunshot wound. There's a single gunshot. No, it's not an assassination attempt. Whipping your heads towards the sound, there's an ugly-looking fellow with his gun pointed in the air, and maybe a dozen other strong, horrible-looking, rough-looking men. Look, probably outlaws. That's what they look like.
Desperado.
Yeah, half a dozen, or not quite half a dozen men burst through each of the double doors, while a further three burst through the single door at the back of the stage.
We wouldn't be armed, would we?
Probably not. No,
Abner's
pistols.
always armed.
Yeah,
So what sort of question is that?
Yeah, pistols, not shotguns. Abner, can you give me a knowledge bounty hunter type role? These you might recognise these. You might not too.
We're not.
Oh, you can't because the thing's not up and running. Okay, that's what I was going to leave it there anyway. Okay, that's because that's a good place to leave it on that cliffhanger. So the first thing you do when we get back in, I'll make a note, is Abner needs to make. Where are we? Abner needs to make knowledge roll. Recognize outlaws. Right, so that's the first thing we do when we get back. When we come back in next session. Okay, we all good with that?
Yep.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
So thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks for playing those guys. Everyone who's playing, it's fantastic. Thank you. We'll see everybody in 2 weeks' time. Now that is the 20th at this stage, unless we got other stuff to talk about, which we'll talk about privately. So thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks for playing. Let's get those credits rolling. Hang around, guys. We'll talk about what's coming up later this month and into next month in terms of our gaming, and we'll go from there. Yep.
Cool.
Well, that's it for this session. We hope you enjoyed the game as much as we did. We'd like to thank Spikeworks, Sirenscape and Twitch, and of course all of the fantastic people involved with the Deadlands and Deadlands Hell on Earth RPG over the years. I'm Dulux Oz, and on behalf of the entire gaming group we'd like to say thanks for watching. We'll see you all next time. Until then, may your God go with you.